All right, welcome aboard for Pregame Party this Sunday. We've got a big one going on in Frankfurt, Germany. Our first contest in Frankfurt. Will it be Patrick Mahomes victorious? It's looking pretty good for him right now. We'll have updates during the game. It's approaching the half. Or will it be Tua turning it around for his team? Will Tyreek Hill get revenge on the team that didn't want him anymore? Or will Kelsey overcome his girlfriend not being there and be able to come out victorious? All this and more today on NFL Pregame Party. All right, boys and girls, welcome aboard for Week 9 Tailgate Show, NFL Pregame Party. I'm your host, Joe's Atmosphere. I'm the head coach and GM of this show. And alongside me, as usual, is Knock. What's going on, man?
Hey there. Not bad, not bad. Just joined some football, had some college yesterday, finished moving, and now joined some Monday morning football, sort of enjoying it because kind of lopsided. Not a fan of lopsided games. So.
No. It just became lopsided right before we came on the air. We'll talk about that in a minute. But a guy that's got a big grin on his face right now is Mr. John Das Wolfen. What's going on, man? He's got the wrong jersey on. You need to have the red Mahomes on today.
I don't have a red Mahomes.
You don't have a red Mahomes?
No, I've got a red Kelsey, but I wanted to wear Mahomes today.
Okay.
This is my Super Bowl jersey.
All right, very cool. Was that a win or a loss?
Oh, that was a win. This is from the this is from the last Super Bowl.
Okay. Well, I know they've been to 3, so
yeah,
it could have been a loss. I don't know.
Well, they've been to 4.
Yeah. All right, man.
No, they've been to 5 because they lost.
First of all, before we get going here, let's talk about what's going on over there in Frankfurt right now. We got the Chiefs ahead of the Miami Dolphins, 21-0.
Yep.
It's it's hard for a team that's been down for so long to take that next step. And we keep expecting it out of the Dolphins, but then, what do they like to say? You are what you are. They haven't beat a winning team yet. And, they have nobody to blame but themselves, guys. There's penalties all over the place. Some of the play calling is botched. But you can't put this on Tua right now, as far as I'm concerned. He's playing his ass off.
Yeah,
and he's under pressure. This last play right before the half, that I don't know, looking at it again, it may not have been a lateral, but still, you got to hang on to that ball, especially when you're playing the team you got traded from. You know what I mean? You've got to you got to show up for that. It's crazy. Let's check in with the chat real quick. It's Tim. He says the Chiefs are goose stepping across the field there in Frankfurt, up 14-0. And then he updated us 21-0. Today and more as Joe's atmosphere turns. I think he's trying to make it like the world turns. I think is what he's trying to say. John, how was the bowling last night? He wants to know. And Gridiron Masters is saying howdy. You went bowling last night, bro?
Yeah, that's one of the things we did. We went to B-Dubs too, but
oh, cool. Have a good time.
Oh yeah, it was a great time.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, like I said, we'll be giving you updates during the second half, but unless something look, Miami's defense has played good enough to stay in this game. They have pinned them back most of the half.
Yep.
Two of these touchdowns came right at the end of the half. Second half of the special teams, Tua, and the defense have shown up today. I haven't heard Kelsey's name. I think he's caught one ball. I think.
Yeah.
And when he did, they tackled him right away. I mean, they're making sure that he doesn't kill him.
They're double teaming the whole game.
But the offense is out there fucking it up. They are. It's like the stage is too big for him. Bright, the lights are too bright for him. What do you think, John? That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, they're not playing to their usual level.
And your guys all of a sudden are catching the ball. It's not Kelsey. It's a bunch of guys I've never even heard of. You know, I'm sure you know who they are, but the rest of us don't know who these guys are. You know what I mean? And he's slicing them up, man. But the defense has done well. What do you think of it so far, Knock?
I really like the one play that they had where McKinnon scored the touchdown, where they used Kelsey as bait.
Yeah.
And got him and crossed them. And McKinnon was just wide open, took it for a touchdown. So I was a little confused why McKinnon wasn't used more last week.
Yeah.
I mean, him and Mahomes destroyed Denver's defense all the time. So, but I figured you'd see more of him. But no, the Chiefs are doing good and definitely trying to make up for last week. Get some touchdowns, 7 field goals. But I mean, here's the thing though. With the Miami, once they get cooking, you know.
That's the thing. They can come back really quick. And if the defense, the game's not over. I'm just saying what I saw in the first half. It's just, I don't think they're running the ball enough. I mean, every time they've handed it off, 50% of the time they're getting 10 yards. So they're not doing that enough, if you ask me. They need to be playing some downhill football, with especially having more Mostert back there, man. They need to show a little bit better commitment to that.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't really there for the first half for them, because they tried running it a few times and
yeah,
you know, we were smelling it out, and we were hitting them in the backfield or just a few yards in. So
all right, let's see. Tim says, I do wish the NFL would have maybe on Thanksgiving week every team wears its throwback or retro looking type for the more newer team uniforms that weekend. A lot of times they do. Last weekend, a lot of them wore different. They've been mixing up their uniforms this year a lot. They've got a lot of alternate uniforms. I saw a Colts uniform, made them look like the Ravens. They had black helmets one week this year.
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah, some of them are cool. The one I can't stand, though, I rooted against, even though I root for the team. When the Browns came out with white helmets, I said, "You're fucking stupid. You need to get your ass beat for wearing that shit." You know.
Listen, anyway, all I want is the mustard and brown Broncos uniform. That's all I
want.
You know?
Yeah, there you go.
Get that back out there.
I thought it was cool last week for the Titans coming out as the Oilers.
Oh, dude. So many memories, because I live in their area. That we used to get all their games. Used to watch Dan Pastorini and Earl Campbell, and that's what I thought of watching that game. It was so awesome. It really was.
He even had the field painted with the Oilers logo. I was like, okay, that's
kick ass. Yeah, that was really great. I loved it, and we got to see that game locally because the Saints weren't playing, and the Falcons were, and they're a rival of the Saints, so we'll always see those games. And, that was great. All right, since it's halftime, before we get back to the NFL, let's go ahead and get into Knox College Report. I don't know, my brother's probably not watching today. He's probably ducking and hiding right now. But
it was a pretty eventful day.
I got a text this morning that read, my kingdom for a defense is what he said. So,
well, I think a lot of teams are thinking that right now. But let's start out with Ohio. Ohio clinches the spot, and I believe in their championship, whether they went out or not, they clinched a spot. Obviously, wouldn't help their playoff chances if they lose, but they clinched a spot. They beat up Rutgers. It was pretty close in the first half, and it was actually 9-7 going into the half. But Rutgers needed touchdowns, not field goals to get to Ohio. Every good team this year has always adjusted at halftime and came back and beat up in the second half.
Yeah.
So it's so Ohio took that one. This was a really good game. I'm sure John will say. Did you watch a lot of this, John? The Missouri and Georgia game?
I watched the first part of it, and we looked really good to begin with. And then the second half, we kind of didn't do anything. So,
no, I mean, well, it's kind of the story with Mizzou this year. This is how they lost to LSU: soul-crushing turnovers in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Cook threw 2. In this one, he threw 1 against LSU. That turned into a pick 6 when they could have won that game. In this one, they were down by 6, and they were going down to score, and and then they threw a pick, and then Georgia went and got a field goal. Missouri is a for real team.
Yeah.
So they're really good. They're just end of the game. They make that one mistake. Tony Romo pretty really good all 3 quarters and into the fourth, and then or Phillip Rivers, they'll do that last minute gaffe that just crushes the team in the end. So kind of what happened there. So Georgia, I don't know if this will be enough to get Georgia to number 1. We'll see on Tuesday. They have the new playoff rankings every week until
how are the champs not number 1? That's what I don't understand.
Because the way the champion in the AP poll they are. In the coaches and all that stuff, what they do in college football, how they figured that one out, is based on what they've done this year. And this was literally the only real good win that Georgia has on their. The only one they ever had was Kentucky when Kentucky was number 20.
I mean, as far as I know,
to be the man, you gotta beat the man.
Again, it's just a different. I get it, but it's just a different philosophy. It's not what you did before. It's what you're doing now this year. That's what they base the rankings on.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, they're going to be in the playoffs. It's just they might not be number 1, and if they win their next 2 games, they probably will. It was just the fact that they hadn't beaten anyone this year, like Michigan. Michigan's number 3 because they haven't beat shit, and they steal signs. I don't know, But yeah, so I don't know if this will be enough to get them number 1, but there's a chance. We'll see on Tuesday. They do it every Tuesday night. They re-rank them. Yeah. But Michigan beat up Purdue. Not much to say there. FSU had their hands full with Pitt. Pitt's defense was doing pretty decent. It's just their offense couldn't do much. So couldn't give too much trouble. Now this game was insane. 52-42 USC versus Washington.
I love it. Go Huskies. Go.
Yeah. I was watching this at the exact same time as the Alabama and LSU game, and they were both just popping off. Washington's, and they had their running back ran for like 260 yards. Like it's just USC's defense just non-existent.
Yeah.
So they're going to be unranked next week, and I think they have another ranked opponent coming to town next week, so they can win lose their next 2 games. So they're lucky to be bowl eligible.
What was with the USC player crying after the game? I mean, come on, it's college football.
There's no crying in football.
But no, it was great. Hey, man, Caleb Williams was doing the Mahomes out there, dude. He was making people miss running around. He was doing what he could. He can't be on defense, and
he can't play defense.
He just can't. And eventually,
you put up 42 points, you should win a fucking football game. I mean, God Almighty.
So
at that level,
Washington's going to be top 5 still. I don't know what it's going to take for them to pass these top 4. I think. Well, I mean, Michigan and Ohio State have to play each other, right? Mm-hmm. So Washington, and then of course all these teams have to play. Alabama's going to play Georgia and the SEC most likely. So they still got to go through their championship games. And, Washington has to play probably Oregon again, who's number 6. So those championship games are going to...
Hang on, let's catch up with the chat real quick. We got Gridiron Master says Jack Pardee was a junction boy for Bear Bryant at A&M. Wow. Oklahoma lost, so that frees up a spot. We lost again. Wow.
Yeah.
And if Ohio State and Michigan win out, it may be 1 versus 2 for their game on the 25th. Yeah, that's true. Okay, go ahead.
I don't think Michigan's going to get higher than 3
I don't want to let
until
the chat get too far behind, but okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, he's going ahead. So
Yeah,
the Oklahoma thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they play each other in the last game of the season. So I mean, one of them's not going to be in the Big Ten championship. So they're going to play some crappy team like Illinois or something like that, which is really sad. But yeah, then moving on. Oregon beat up Cal 63-19. Not much there. This was a really good game. Texas, Kansas City at Texas. Texas at one point, was up 20 points. And then Kansas made their way back. They tied it up and it went into overtime. And this was a case of Kansas State could have gotten a field goal and kept going. But there were fourth and like a couple on the goal line, and they decided to go for it. And they didn't get it. So they decided to end the game on their terms rather than keep going into further overtime. And it didn't happen. So Texas escaped that one with a win. It was a good win for them. And then so that was a really fun game to watch. That was one of the noon games, one of the first games of the day. LSU at Alabama. This was a really good game until Alabama knocked out Chase Daniels, and unfortunately the game was over at that point.
What?
But it was
he got knocked out of the game.
Yeah,
oh, no wonder they.
He did. I think he broke his jaw or something like.
That's the guy that people need to be talking more about the Heisman, but I guess that's over now. Shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I don't know if he has to miss any time or not, but that ruined that game. Like it was the same as the Washington USC game. It was just a shootout. Jalen Milroe, the quarterback for Alabama, was just he ran for 4 touchdowns. They finally let him start running more. I guess they were hesitant earlier in the season when he was first, still trying him out, but they let him go. And he kind of took over the game. And then I watched this game last night. Oklahoma State took out Oklahoma. So Oklahoma has 2 losses now, which pretty much takes them out of the.
We're not supposed to lose Bedlam, man. Come on, dude. What the fuck?
Yeah, the final final Bedlam game ever.
Damn it.
Even though Oklahoma has an overwhelming, what was it, 60-20 wins.
Yeah, it's horribly lopsided. I can't believe we lost that game. That's horrible.
Oklahoma State got it, so Oklahoma State will move up.
Hate the Cowboys. Move on.
Ole Miss had a pretty good game with Texas A&M, but they pulled that one out 38-35. I believe Texas A&M missed a field goal at the end. I think what it was. Penn State didn't have much problems with Maryland. Louisville 34-3 over Virginia Tech. Clemson beat up Notre Dame 31-23. Not as close as
they
the
got
score
off mad,
indicates.
huh? Yikes.
Yeah. So that was definitely an upset. Colorado 4-5 now. So
look, another Oregon team beating up Colorado.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're both.
Has the Cinderella?
At this point, they're just trying to go for.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Joe.
No, I was just saying, has the Cinderella story ended for Colorado or what? I mean, good Lord, we haven't heard anything about that team.
Well, it's just unfortunate that they're in the Pac-12 right now, and Pac-12 have so many good teams this year, so they're feeling the full weight of playing good.
Once
teams.
They started playing in conference, it was over for them, wasn't it? Jesus. All right.
So so they beat them up. Tennessee had no problem with UConn. I mean, that was a joke. Utah bounces back from last week and beats up Arizona State. Arizona has been doing really good this year. Every game, the ones they've lost were against really good teams, and they only lost by 1 score. And they beat up UCLA. So that's a they might be ranked next week, maybe. They still have 3 losses, so I'm not sure about that. Kansas beat up Iowa State. Iowa State, I think, was leading the Big 12 East, one of those. So that was they're almost ranked. So this was a really good win for Kansas. Tulane wins a very ugly game against ECU. And then Army, this was the big one. Army beat up undefeated number 25 Air Force yesterday.
Yes!
Wow. Man.
No wonder my brother ain't woofing about fucking Air Force this week. That's what I'm talking about. You go, Golden
They're
Knights.
23-3. I was watching most of that game. It was.
No wonder he didn't.
I think they got 5 turnovers by the end of it, something like that. Oh,
yes.
Air Force was just giving the
Tim
ball
says, boo.
So,
he must be an Air Force.
So Army
fan.
just used to be Navy, and then Army's got the what is it? What's the trophy called?
I'm not sure. I don't know.
I heard it yesterday, but I can't remember what it was. But they get, I guess, for beating all the other services, I guess,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Something like that. So, yeah, that was probably the biggest surprise of the day yesterday was Army. Army's not had a great year. They're like 2-6. So this was a huge win for them. So huge upset. And Air Force
was undefeated.
went to
the Air Force game. Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Just a couple other games to note. Arkansas and Florida was really good. That went into overtime, 39-36. My good buddy Luke L said this was important for Florida because they can't be third place for recruiting reasons. So this was a bad lot for them for their future recruitment, I guess.
Let's see if there's anything else. About that one, Gridiron Master says brace for another firing at Florida.
Could be.
The coaching carousel is absurd. Yeah.
Okay. Could be. Yeah, they definitely had a chance to show some stuff this year. But let's see if there's anything else that I noticed. There's a lot of these were conference games, so we're starting to get down to who's going to be in the conference, their conference championships. So we're starting to narrow it down. Just trying to see if there's anything else I really watched. GMU is still undefeated, even though they're not eligible for anything. So you're not going to see them in the championship playoff rankings, unfortunately. They're 9-0 now. So good for them. I'm trying to look and see if there's anything. Liberty is 9-0 now. So they might get ranked at really low ranking by the end of the year if they keep going. Let's see. Anything else? My Boise State lost, so they're out of the conference race most likely now. So that's unfortunate.
Bummer.
So yeah,
lost to Fresno State.
Yeah, Fresno State's a pretty decent team. Let's take a quick look before I wrap it up. Just take a quick look and see what we got next week. Let's see. Ole Miss at Georgia, probably the game of the week there. Not sure what time it is yet, but Ole Miss at Georgia.
That's gonna be a good one.
I mean, Texas at TCU. TCU hasn't been that great this year, but still, Texas team going against Texas team.
Mm-hmm.
Tennessee at Missouri. That'll be a really good game. And then here's Penn State chance. If they really, they had a chance to get Ohio, it didn't work out. So here's Penn State's chance for retribution, for redemption. They got Michigan. It's Michigan at Penn State. So they're going to have them at home. And we'll see if Penn State can do it. This will be a really crazy game as well. Probably the other game of the week. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. And then the rest, I think, are just pretty much conference games. But so that's probably the biggest two. Penn State and Michigan, and then Ole Miss and Georgia. So that's what we got.
Okay. Well, thank you, sir. We appreciate the college information. And I'm definitely going to have to reach out to my brother about that Army Air Force game. No doubt. I mean, I don't mean to pile on to him because his LSU Tigers lost, but come on. I got to gloat when I can. Let's see. Tim says Nebraska, where the N stands for knowledge. Okay, cool. I hate Nebraska. But that's just an old Oklahoma thing. All right, so boys and girls, it is time to get into. Oh, and I got to get off. I've had the game on my other chat. Matter of fact, let me do this real fast. Let me switch some of this stuff around and share. That way I can have the game on one channel so I can keep up with the updates. You know what I mean?
Oh, I'm keeping track.
I know you are.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to have it on too. That's what I'm saying. Okay, I want to share this screen right here. That's the one I want. Yeah, mine won't share for some reason. Well, yeah, that's right. It blanks it out whenever you go live on something. Okay, first one we want to talk about is Thursday night's game, Tennessee versus the Pittsburgh Steelers. I picked Tennessee in this one just off of Levis's performance last week, and he didn't throw the pick until they were trying to come back from behind at the end. So I really can't put a knock on him. He played a pretty good game, but Pittsburgh, they win ugly at home, man. That's what they do. A few field goals and it gets out of hand. It's they won by their formula. Did you guys watch this game? What did you think of it? Is anybody there?
Yeah, sorry. Mahomes was running.
You guys are too busy watching that game.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I watched the highlights.
Yeah.
No, I tried to play the game again, but it's taking too much of my bandwidth up where I'm at. So
that's cool.
I was frozen out for a second there.
Okay, I was wondering. I was like, "Wait, I know my man has something to say about it." But anyway,
I didn't watch too much of this game. I mean, because I went to bed pretty early, so I woke up. Yeah, wow, Pittsburgh won. That's cool.
Yeah, I was really hoping that
ugly and
would be playing, not Pickett. So it didn't work out that way though. He actually gutted it out. You got to say. You got to give Pickett credit. He's a tough kid, man. He's been banged up a little bit in his career so far, and he hasn't set out many games. So
I picked Tennessee just because I thought it was going to be Trubisky playing.
Yeah, Trubisky.
God.
I call him Turducken. That's what I call him. Chuckin' duckin'. But anyway, all right. So let's get into the schedule. Right now, the Chiefs are moving the ball, but I think they just stopped them. I think it's fourth down.
Yeah.
Did they get
3rd and 18, and Mahomes ran 16 yards.
Yep.
Wow, man. Dude, that guy's special, man. He really. Yep, I see it. Okay, so they're going to be punting back to Miami. Once again, Miami's defense is playing good enough to win this game, man. They are. You got to give it to them. They're playing good enough. They got a little bit mowed down there at the end of the half, but other than the end zone, they've been keeping a cap on them. So that's how you do that. I like that. A smart punt returner, but it's still 21-0. Hopefully, two of them can make this a game. I'm sure John would like to see it end up 42-0, but hey, the rest of the world, much like when the Patriots ruled the NFL, are rooting against you, my friend.
I know. I'm used to it now.
All right, next one we got is Minnesota at Atlanta at noon.
The battle of the backups.
Battle of the backups, yeah. It's going to be Heineke for Atlanta. And it's not Dobbs. Dobbs isn't going today, I don't think. This is his first game with them, so.
No, I keep thinking the name Hall, but I don't know if that's the right team.
Yeah.
I know there's a quarterback named Hall starting for a team this week. I just don't remember what team.
I think I have to give the edge to Atlanta here with Heineke with a week of practice and all that good stuff. So I really do. The Vikings are going to be it's going to be hard for them from here on out this season. So, John, who you got in this one?
I'm going with Atlanta because they're home. They got a little advantage here. So,
right.
Okay, rookie Jaron Hall. It is Hall. Okay.
There you go. You got it right. Are you going with him?
I don't know. I mean,
he's an unknown commodity, right? We don't know.
Is Jefferson still out? You know what? I would base it on if Jefferson is still out, which I think he is. Let me see if I can find something on that real quick.
I'll see if I can pull up the. Injury report real fast. You try to too. That way we don't have too much dead air. But
I think he's still sidelined. Yeah, because they're talking about Addison. who's been really good since Jefferson's been out.
Yeah, Edison's been good, man. So I mean, what you gonna do?
I'll do it. Falcons have kind
You're
of
gonna
been
go
letting
on
me
that
down
limb,
lately.
are you?
I'm gonna go on the limb.
It
Why
may
not?
not be a limb. I mean,
Let's see Hall do a Levis this week and throw 4 touchdowns.
Right.
And Atlanta's offense is boring enough. Even with Heineke, he might be a veteran, but he's still boring as fuck. There's a reason why the Commanders let him go.
Yeah, I mean,
He makes plays. He absolutely
makes
makes
plays, but he's also got some Favre in him, man. He likes to throw it at the wrong.
Yeah.
He likes to throw that pick at the wrong damn time, dude. He really does. So yeah, I feel you. Okay, next one we got is. Hang on a second. Let me get rid of some stuff here. Okay. You like how I got this where I can scroll it, Knock? I don't even have to bounce back and forth.
Yeah.
Seahawks
this was a tough one
at the
because
Ravens. I so want my
this is a tough one
Seahawks
for
to
me.
make that turn. Dude, they've only lost 2 games all year. They're 6-2.
Yeah, but the Ravens are playing so good right now.
They are. This is gonna be a hell of a game, dude. This could be fun to watch. I hope I get to see it. I really do. But I have to go with Baltimore, simply because they're playing at home. The Seahawks are flying all the way across the country, and traditionally they don't play well when they have to do that. So, I mean, you saw what happened when they played Cleveland. I think was it Cleveland or Cincinnati? The last drive they got in the red zone, and then all of a sudden, Geno Smith was under duress for like 3 plays in a row there at the end. They were just beating him up. Yeah, I got to go with Baltimore. Although, I'm pulling for my boys, of course. But Baltimore's just playing off the chain. After what they did to the Lions, and they've got all their team's healthy. I don't know if this is the time of year that you want to be healthy, but they're making hay right now, man. They really are. So,
I mean, you can't. It's really hard to go against Lamar Jackson until he gets hurt,
or until the postseason.
That's all
right?
it is. It's like Tua. It's like Tua. It's like when they get hurt, that's when that team's gone.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And by the way, Miami's moving the ball. They're almost at midfield. So.
Yep. Well, they started at the 25. So.
Yeah. And they just crossed midfield. Okay. John, who you got in this one?
I'm with Baltimore.
Yeah.
They've been playing well, and they're at home.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I think I got to go with Baltimore as well, just because.
You do. You
just
do.
how well they've been playing.
Yeah. Look, the Seahawks could win this game. Their defense is better than advertised. Jamal Adams is healthy. And, dude, if you get to watch this game, and Knock, I know it's going to be on in your area for sure, right?
I can see. I have Sunday tickets, so I can watch any game I want.
Okay. Check out Witherspoon, our friggin' rookie slot corner.
Yeah, the slot corner. Yeah,
that guy. I don't know if Jamal Adams has taken him under his wing or what, but he's playing like a small Jamal Adams, man. That guy is blowing people up in the open field. It's ridiculous. At corner, at slot corner, at that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He's bringing the wood, dude. It's ridiculous. Okay, so next up, the Arizona Cardinals. Who the fuck is playing quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals now?
I think they got the beer seller from the stands now playing quarterback.
That sounds about right, man. When is the dwarf coming back? Is he coming back anytime soon, or are they just not going to let him see the field?
Weeks.
Huh?
I think he's going to play this season, but I'm not sure. Let's take a look. You guys discuss it. I'll look it up.
Yeah, look, I got to go with Cleveland. They're at home.
Oh yeah,
Clayton Tune. Clayton Tune. He's thrown 1 pass for 1 yard or for 4 yards. That's his career or his season, I guess.
Oh man, he can't be as good as Dobbs, and
Clayton
Dobbs was a gamer, no doubt, but they were losing with him. So,
oh my God! Look at this.
No, Tim, you didn't go there, did you?
Yeah.
Oh God! Let's see. What does he say?
So wait, does that mean
does not want a dwarf playing in the NFL.
So wait, does that mean that they're going to have a CGI quarterback in there then?
Right?
Is that what it means? I guess the ball's just going to kind of float in the air for us, but on TV live there at the stadium it'll be floating in the air. But for us on TV, it'll be somebody or someone in a green suit.
It'll be someone in a green
but
suit.
Deshaun Watson's back.
They'll put on. They'll put Kurt Warner back on the field as his Madden guys.
Right. All right, Knock. Who you got in this one?
I think.
Are you willing to go on a limb with another?
No, because of Cleveland's defense. I think Myles Garrett's going to have a wonderful day.
Yeah.
Chasing after Dune.
Right.
Or Toon, or I already forgot his name.
John, you on the Cleveland bandwagon on this one as well?
I'm with the Browns.
Yeah.
I don't think Watson's going to show anything special.
They really are,
but
so yeah.
This is probably a good game for Watson to come back on, probably.
Yeah. This is a great warm-up game for him, right? Let's see. Yeah, the Dolphins they're slowly matriculating it down the field.
Yeah.
That's the best
at
way
a
I can
snail's
put it.
pace.
At a snail's pace, they're getting down there, which is not normal for them. They're usually doing it in big chunks. Okay, so the next one, my dad this morning, he told me, he said, okay, look, my pick is this. If Stafford starts, give me LA. But if he doesn't, give me Green Bay. So, I don't know if Stafford is playing or not. I do not know. Let's see. NFL injuries. Let me see if I can find an injury report here. We need this information.
There we go. There we go. Okay.
But what you got?
Well, we keep helping the Dolphins march down the field.
Are you?
Yeah.
You don't want to do that, man. Okay, I've got it here. I'm scrolling through. Let's take a look at which one are we on? LA and Green Bay.
Yeah.
Okay, here it is. Packers don't care.
Yep, Miami just got a touchdown.
Really? Did they? How'd they score?
They did.
I said, how did they
40-yarder, roughly?
I must be behind on NFL Plus.
It was a 40-yard touchdown to Wilson. I think it's Cedric Wilson, I think it is.
What in the hell am I looking at here?
I don't know. You trying to figure out if Stafford's playing?
Yeah. And what in the hell am I looking at? Okay. I'm done. I'm done looking up injury reports.
Right now, I don't think so, because right now, well, at least this app, which has been done be wrong, is showing Brett Rippon.
Brett Rippon, yeah. Who is I think he's the grandson of Mark Rippon, I believe. Isn't he the grandson? Yeah, I think he is.
It shows Stafford as being questionable according to Friday's injury.
He's probably going to be a game time decision. So
yeah, so it's hard to tell.
I don't know. I have a hard time taking Green Bay at all this year. But they are at home.
Yeah.
The Green Bay's is Green Bay's fight song this year Taps? Tim wants to know.
Right.
And he's giving us an update on the score, 7-21. All right, Dolphins have cracked the seal. Let's see what happens. But my pick for this game, I'm going on the limb with Rippon. I'm going with LA.
Let's see what the temperature is in Green Bay today.
Check that out. That would probably dictate whether the old man Stafford goes or not. Because he is getting up there in age, shit.
Yeah,
but he played in Detroit.
Nope. No snow or anything. So yeah, it's a decent day in Green Bay.
This is tough.
It is a tough game to pick, man.
I'm
You know
gonna
what?
go.
I'm changing it. I'm going
I'm gonna
Green
go Green
Bay
Bay.
because they're at home.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Green Bay.
When you don't know, you got to go with the home
Oh,
team.
no,
That's
it just came up. Matthew Stafford won't play. It just came up. Yep.
what is
2
it? He
minutes
won't.
ago.
He's not playing.
He is inactive.
Okay.
Brett Rippon will start.
So you're definitely Green
Thanks.
Bay now. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank
Green
you,
Bay.
Sports App.
You got Green Bay too, John?
Yeah.
Cool. All right. There you go. That's all we needed to know. All right. There you have it,
Good
boys and
timing,
girls.
Sports App. Great job. They're
But
clearly
don't put it
watching the
past
show.
don't put it past the Rams winning because neither one of these teams are any good. It's a slap fight, so you never know who's going to win one of those. So
I mean, it's not like the wide receivers that Rams have are, the ones that run all the way down the field super fast, and then if you just double them up, they're gone. No, they're like two fast white guys that can you just got to throw in their direction and they'll catch the ball.
Yeah, they have two Wes Welkers is what they got. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, they'll get open if he can throw it remotely in their direction. Then they have a chance.
Sean McVay's a good offensive coach. He's going to call plays that is going to be comfortable for his backup for sure. And he probably got all the snaps this week, so that's a good thing.
So
I just don't believe in Jordan Love. I just don't believe in that dude. I just don't.
Just real quick, Joe. Apparently, according to Next Gen Stats, Tua is much better throwing with play action than not play action. And of course, what do you need, Joe, when you want to do play action?
A good running game. You need to hand the ball off.
There you go.
Got to hand the ball off every once in a while. Yep.
I thought you would like that.
Yeah, he's
like 8 and 11
running in the first half.
Like,
even if they're going to sit there and not score in the first half, at least make them believe you're going to run the ball. Hand the ball off.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
there you go.
Yeah, you know me. I'm old school. Even though I hate them, my perfect team is the '70s Pittsburgh Steelers. Franco to the left, Franco to the right, Franco up the middle, and whenever they drop the safety down the box, Terry Bradshaw throws it 50 yards. It's a simple offense. It really is. and play great defense on top of that, and you're going to beat the shit out of teams most of the time. So, let's see. The next one we got is, oh man, wow, come on, Baker, pull one out, man. Shit. And I got to tell you, what's funny to me is a lot of these teams that are losing, it's not because of their quarterbacks. Baker's playing good ball, man. He's making good decisions. But, boy, these guys are failing him out there. It's ridiculous. Nobody's getting separation. They're dropping balls all over the place. It's just horrible to watch a lot of times.
I don't think I've watched any Tampa Bay games so far.
Well, I see them quite a bit because they're in the Saints division. So when the Saints aren't playing, we get their games. You know what I mean? I see a lot of Tampa, Atlanta, and Carolina. I see a lot of them. Let's see. Tim says, Joe, you are just old to begin with. Yes, I am. I'm an old thinking guy. That's why I always get into arguments with Knock about analytics and shit. It's just, it doesn't compute to me. I'm like, you're killing your team doing this shit. This may be the first time in a long time I am going to watch an NFL game. Really?
Which game?
Jim and Gridiron Mass. Yeah. Which game, Tim? Tell us which game.
Yeah.
And Jimbo Fisher wants to be the 70s Steelers. He needs a healthy quarterback for at least a season to even try. Yeah, no doubt. Where's Fisher coaching at now? You guys know?
Is that A&M? Texas A&M?
Is he at A&M still? Remember. Okay, cool. But anyway, in this game, I don't know. They've got probably the rookie of the year out there in Houston.
Yeah.
You know, it's either going to be him or it's going to be that wide receiver for the Rams, I think. Although we've got a good one in Seattle, quietly.
Nakua.
Yeah. Yeah, Nakua's the guy in LA, but the guy in Seattle that I like, in Jigba, that guy's really good. But
I mean,
I have to go with the home.
Maybe he's come on a little bit lately, but
yeah. I'm going with the home team in this one. because Tampa's they got to get out of their funk, man. Their defense can be decent, but a lot of these teams are built to play with a lead, man. That's one of Miami's problems. They're built to play with a lead. It's just
wow. Dolphins got away with a big hit on Mahomes.
Yeah, they did.
So there was a holding call. So they're trying to figure out if I don't think he got the first down.
Yeah, I noticed they're showing it over and over again. Yep. Well, that's a pro Chiefs crowd there in Frankfurt. I got to give it to them. They came out in droves for the Chiefs. That's a home game for them for sure. Most of the times when they play overseas, it's not really a home game for either one of them, but this one's definitely a Chiefs home game.
3rd
All
and
right.
20.
So
now.
what do you guys got in this one? Tampa or Houston?
I'm going with Houston because, like I said, you can't go against C.J. Stroud in this game.
Okay, gotcha.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go against them.
You going with Tampa?
I'm gonna go Tampa. I'm gonna go with Tampa.
He's bucking the system again, John. He's bucking us. I want to go with. I want to see Baker win, but I just think it's in Houston. Tim says, "What is on my area this week?" He's going to watch the games. Okay, very cool. And Jimbo Fisher is in A&M. Gridiron Masters. Gridiron Masters, by the way, guys, if you don't watch this guy's channel, he plays a lot of the old school cartridge football games. Plays some of the college games and stuff like that. He plays retro football games. It's pretty cool, man. You should check his stuff out.
Basically, he just runs around as what's his name, Jackson from Oakland, and just outruns everybody.
That's it, Bo Jackson.
Oh!
Hang on. Let's see what he's about.
Yeah.
It's loose. It's loose. And the Dolphins have it. They get to Mahomes, and he fumbles the ball. And here comes
That
Tua.
would have been a rough way to get a first down. So, they would have punted it most likely anyways, but still, that's great position.
Oh, yeah.
Dolphins got to get a touchdown, though.
Yeah, they gotta capitalize on this, no doubt.
They better just shoot for the stars on the first play. Just go for it.
Yeah. Hit it. Get something with Hill on the fly, dude.
Nice.
Because you can't coach
that
speed,
was Chubb.
baby. Was it Chubb?
That was Chubb.
Was it the ex-Bronco? Was it?
Yeah,
wow.
It was.
Yep, got it from behind. Son of a bitch. Wow. Okay.
He also batted the ball down on that drive too.
Wow. Like I said, the defense has been playing. They've been playing. They really. I mean, other than the scoring drive right before the half, they had and the opening drive, of course. The opening drive, they went right down the field on them. But other than that, the punter was pinning them deep, and they were playing good defense. They were pinning them down. I mean, they played well. Now it's time for the offense to join the game. Ooh, Mostert with some tough running. Okay, look.
That's not a good start.
Let's see. We got Washington at New England. The Commanders going into New England. Look out, boys and girls.
I'm going with the Commandos.
I'm gonna go New England. Their offense has been playing better. I think old Bill's gonna tear up Howe. I can't trust Washington. They lost to the Giants. I can't trust them. They just got rid of their two best defensive players. So I think they're going to be more of a scheme thing. I know there was a lot of talk because I hear the radio that it's going to be a lot more scheme stuff and less players going out on their own, which has been kind of the issue. But
the offense is out here nutting it up, boys and girls. Holding call and then
that run with that run with Mostert was a
dude. Oy vey.
Yeah, that run that Mostert had was a holding call, so it put him back.
Jesus, man! Wow, but this is what's been killing them the whole game. The offensive penalties. Okay, my 2 cents is this: even though my brother says nobody named Jones needs to be playing quarterback in the NFL, he's talking about Mac and Daniel. He thinks both of them are fuck ups, but I'm taking New England in this one, man. I'm sorry. Bill
Daniel,
is still the man as far as I'm concerned.
Daniel may be a fuck up, but he got paid.
This is true. He may be he capitalized on his one opportunity, didn't he? Yes, he did. But yeah, my question is this: who's going to rush the passer for the Washington Commanders now? Both their fucking badass pass rushers are on different teams now. They're gone.
Yep.
One's with the Bears, and the other one is with the Sanford. Like, talk about the rich getting richer. Fucking Chase Young to the fucking San Francisco 49ers to line up next to Bosa. What the fuck? What?
And Bears just paid Sweat as well.
Yeah. They're gonna build a defense around that dude. You watch. Yeah. Unbelievable. I don't know what the Commanders are doing. They must be planning on firing Rivera at the end of the year or something and getting somebody else and just starting over. That's got to be what the owner's thinking. You know what I mean?
Well, Rivera was going to retire at the end of the year anyway.
Was he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Comanches would have been a better name for Washington. Yeah, for sure. Well, look, I said all along, you don't even have to change the uniforms. Just change it to WW, the Washington Warriors, and you are off and running. You don't even have to change the fucking uniforms. You know?
No.
But no. And by the way, whether you guys know it or not, me and my brother covered a story on the Brothers Hack the Matrix. There is an American, a Native American group trying to get them to change the name back to the Redskins. That's how stupid it was, them changing the name of that team. It's unbelievable. Anyway, okay, so Knock and I are on board with New England, and John stands alone on this one with the Commandos. Yep. Okay. All right.
I just can't pick New England, sorry.
Does anybody feel like picking the Chicago Bears against the Saints this week? In the Dome.
I'm going Nolans.
David Burrows saying, fish! Oh, man.
No, I normally like to take risks, but I'm good on this one.
New Orleans for you too?
Yeah.
Okay. And you got New Orleans too, right, John?
Yep.
Yeah, they woke up the offense. Here's the thing, though. Are they going to be helter-skelter all fucking year long? Or did they actually turn a corner last week? When they who did they blow out last week? I can't remember who it was. He said, "Yep, just to spite the Saints." I hear you, brother. I hear you. That's David. My son. He's out there checking in on us. Okay, next one we got is
the Saints didn't blow them out. They beat the Colts. They didn't blow them out.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to the one. Happy birthday to you. It's good
birthday,
to see you,
David.
David. He says, boo. He said, thank you, Mama. And Gridiron Master says that Washington, I'm sorry's, is what they changed their name to. I'm sorry. I could just see that. That's funny. Okay. Indianapolis at Carolina. Bryce Young coming off his first win. And he beat the guy that's been, can't say he's been out playing him because Bryce has been on the bench a lot of the year with an injury, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, he beat Stroud. Interesting.
On 3rd and long, the Chiefs get a big unnecessary roughness. First down for Dolphins.
Wow. Who'd they light up?
I don't know. They haven't showed it yet. Oh, there it is. One of the linemen. For some reason.
Huh. Okay.
Kind of pushed him.
Dallas fan, no matter how bad we get, laughing my ass off. And he said, thanks, guys. And he says, should have named them after the tribe that live in the area. Yeah, there you go. That would have been good. But this one right here, I got to go with Minshew. I'm going with Indianapolis. That's who I'm going with.
I got to go with Minshew, too.
Going with the proven commodity. Yeah.
I like Minshew. I think he's a good quarterback.
Yeah, he is. He's
Look at the
serviceable.
TV, Joe.
What's that? Oh my God! There it is.
Yeah.
And the ice is tilting, as they say in hockey. We have another touchdown by the Miami Dolphins.
It doesn't help when we give you a free first down and an automatic 15 yards.
Yes, that does not.
And that was a run too.
Mostert. It was a run.
Blocking. Oh wow.
Yeah, there we go. See, this is what I told you they should have been doing in the first half a little bit more. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Wow, that was nice. He barely got touched. Rhonda says, "Go Dolphins!" All right, we got a 14. They're within a touchdown, and we're about to.
Oh, does Rhonda like the Dolphins?
Yeah, you know she's a Dolphins fan. Knock, who you got in this one? You got Indianapolis or Carolina? You want to go with Bryce?
No, I'm gonna stick with the Colts. They've still been pretty decent. I still can't trust Panthers after just one win.
No, it was one, and it was against Houston, right? Okay, so let's see what else we got. That's in the afternoon window. Also, oh my God, do we have to pick this fucking game?
Sorry, I yawned at the right moment.
You did yawn at the right moment. Who in the fuck is going to play quarterback for either one of these fucking teams? Jesus Christ.
I don't even know.
Is Tyrod Taylor playing?
I think Daniel Jones is back. No. I think Jones is back.
Okay. Well, then I got to go with the Giants if that's true.
Yeah.
Are you I don't even know if that helps them, though.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's got key players, Daniel Jones and Aiden O'Connell for the Raiders.
That's right. Aiden O'Connell is going to be the starter. I forgot about that because Garoppolo's out right now. He's hurt.
The Giants get back starting quarterback Daniel Jones and hope his return
I
on
thought
defense.
Garoppolo got benched.
Okay, there you go.
Rhonda
he did.
Yeah, he did. Rhonda, I thought it was an injury, but I could be wrong. Rhonda says to knock just a little bit of a Dolphins fan. But anyway,
it just says going forward, they're going to go with O'Connell. So yeah, but he's on the bench for a reason. Yeah.
Okay. Wait a minute. No, I was about to go with the Giants because of Daniel Jones being back, but you know what? I am going with the Vegas Raiders. Why? Because if you remember what happened the last time their coach got fired midseason, all of a sudden they turned into world beaters and they couldn't lose. You remember that? I know you do, John, because they're in your division. Yeah. I can't remember who the interim coach was.
Well, you know, it's funny. Here's what you do. Here's what you do, right? You got Josh Jacobs run the ball.
Yeah.
And then
run the ball.
When they start sacking the ball,
on the young man, right?
The box, you throw it to Devontae Adams.
Yeah,
guess what? Devontae Adams is
if you've got this in your area, knock, turn this game off. You're not going to want to see this game because it's going to be a bunch of running. A bunch of running. There's going to be a lot of running on both sides. There's going to be a lot of punts in this game. A lot of even Daniel Jones is going to be running. Right? That's it. Okay, who you got, guys? John, who you got in this one?
I don't know. Did any Raiders get arrested this week?
I don't think I saw anybody on the blotter, bro. No.
Wasn't it a Chief that got arrested last?
But I know the franchise destroyer.
I think the most recent arrest for the Chiefs.
Yeah, we
the GM and their head coach cost them a lot of money.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go Giants.
Okay.
I don't know. This one sucks.
It does suck.
I want the Giants to win.
Although the last time their coach got fired, it wasn't the GM too.
No.
So that might make a bigger difference.
Yeah, Mike Mayock was the GM. Yeah.
They need to bring back Tom Cable.
Who you got, brother? Brother John, who you got?
I hate to go for it, but I'm going to go Raiders.
Yeah. I have that feeling. I think Josh McDaniels is a franchise destroyer, and they're going to play better without him. I just really do, man. It's going to be a weight off of that team.
They can't play worse.
Yep. I may have to pop out some NFL memes here in a minute because they had a great one for Josh McDaniels, man. Oh, my God. It was awesome. Okay. Then in the afternoon window, oh, boy. I forgot this game was going on. Basically because of the one we're watching on our other monitors right now. I forgot this. This is probably the second best matchup of the week. We got the battle for that division. Well, actually, it's not the battle for that division, but I mean, Philly will still be in the lead in that division because they've only lost once. But if the Cowboys want to overtake them, they need this game. They need it badly.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
they need to sweep them.
it's they're going to have to sweep them and have some luck along. They've got to have Philly lose a couple down the stretch too. Jesus, it just depends on which Cowboys team shows up, man. I mean, Philly still does not look 100% to me. They just don't. You know what I mean? I'm going to have to go with Philly until further notice, and I'm no big Cowboys fan, but my God, I just hate the fucking Philadelphia Eagles, dude. I can't stand that team. I really can't. I don't know what it is.
Because they're a bird.
That must be an Angry Birds kind of thing.
Yeah.
Must be what it is. Who you got in this one, Knock? What do you think, bro? What are your thoughts? Which Cowboys team are we going to see, man? Because when they're clicking, they're hard to stop. That team right there is hard to stop.
I think it's going to be based on the health of Hurts. He was banged up last week, so he didn't run as much.
Mm-hmm.
If he's still banged up, I think that limits what he's going to do, and I think Dallas's defense is good enough to stop him if that's all he can do. I think he'll be a deer in headlights back there with Micah Parsons coming at him,
right?
Or should, we'll see. Yeah. But if he's limited in his ability, I think that'll be the Cowboys. But then it's just the offense. What's the offense going to do against Philly's defense? Philly's defense is pretty good, but they did let Sam Howell get 31 points on them last week. So they might be a little iffy at the moment. So it's I'm going to go with the Cowboys.
They haven't been 100% all year, if you ask me. They haven't put together.
I feel like this is the game that this is one of those things where Dallas is going to win, and then they're going to lose to the Giants or whoever they play next week.
Right. They're going to use it up this week in Philly. The one thing for sure, when it comes to the NFC East, they love beating their rivals on their own field. They love going in there and doing that. I mean, I'd give them a better chance of winning this game than the one.
Yeah, Dallas. If this was in Dallas, I would pick Philly.
Philly all the way. Yeah. So, and I'm already taking Philly. It's just, and the only reason why I'm doing it is because I hate to say this because he's a local commodity. We watched this kid play in high school for the Hawk Buccaneers here in town. But Dak Prescott is too up and down. Are we going to see the Dak Prescott that's on point, can look like a world beater, or are we going to see the Dak Prescott that throws every fucking ball high? I mean, it's really weird. If he's off, he throws everything high. Every ball is 2 feet higher than it needs to be over somebody's head, and he's getting wide receivers killed. You know what I mean?
I think another factor as well has been, you're right. His accuracy has not been great, but the run game hasn't been, I don't think Pollard has done as well as they hoped they would when
it's a lot different when you're coming off the bench, isn't it, Knock? It's a lot different.
It's just like he's got I think it's like a 3.9 average or something like that. So it's okay, but it's not. When he was running backup, he was getting when 6 yards. When he was running backup, everybody was saying, "Why are we running Zeke? Put him in there every down." Well, now he's in there every down, and it's a little different thing coming off the bench. Yep. Wow.
But, oh boy.
Oh, he dropped it.
Oh boy. Oh.
Wow.
It was pretty. It was a nice shot he took there. Nice shot. Yeah, they're punting.
The
defense comes through again. Wow.
Man.
Check out the luchador mask on that Miami Dolphins fan. That's pretty cool. Oh.
Good
he
stuff.
Barely got his head around.
For those watching, the Chiefs are punting. They just had a drop ball the Chiefs did, and it would have been.
You're
right
hearing
in the red
live
zone.
reactions to us watching the game in
Yeah.
Germany. They're punting from their own 45 right now with 12 minutes and 12 seconds left in the game. Okay, so
I'm going for Philly.
Philly, okay, and Knock. After deliberating the way we have, you have decided to go with
I'm gonna go with Dallas.
Dallas. You just got to go against.
I mean,
Rain.
yeah, it's just it's Jekyll and Hyde. Like I said,
It is.
To me, I think the biggest thing is this is probably the third best game of the week right here.
It is.
Oof.
I forgot
the
about
way
these.
Bengals have been playing.
And this one's in prime time. I really can't wait to see it.
I won't get to watch the whole game. That's a shame, but
yeah, it is
I'll
a
watch
shame.
it the rest of the morning.
But I'm putting down right now. Look, I'm putting Cincinnati down right now. Yep.
Hey, what's the over under on how often DeMar Hamlin's mentioned in this one?
Right. Oh yeah, they're going to be talking about all of this during the pregame. You know that they're going to show the ambulance.
They're going to do the interview. They're going to
they're
do
going to talk to the first responders and all of that. They're going to pull out.
And then it's going to be a blowout.
But then the whistle's going to blow and the ball's going to get kicked off, and it's going to be business as usual. And as usual, Joe Burrow, the man that my boy Das Wolfen said was not all that in a bag of chips last week, came out and let us know just exactly who he was last week.
Did you keep bringing that up? I think you kept bringing that up. I think I remember seeing that. You kept bringing that up.
Yeah, I did in the text. Remember? Yeah, that guy you said was all hype. He just did it again. As usual,
I think there's a little bias with John when it comes to Joe Burrow. Though,
I know that. Yeah, that's his team's kryptonite, no doubt about it. Right there, right? As usual, he tanked the first month of the season to get everybody looking the other direction. And now
part of the script.
Part of the script, man. It used to, I remember the script for the Chiefs used to be they don't start playing until they're down 3 touchdowns, right, John?
Yeah.
They'd tank the first quarter and a half, and then they'd come out and beat your ass. And that's kind of Burrow, but he's doing it by the season. He says the first month, my calf's not feeling good. I don't really want to play right now. And last week, my God, wow. There's nothing wrong with that calf. I can tell you that. He was running for chunks whenever the Red Sea parted in front of him, and he was woofing when he got up. That's the Joe Burrow those of us that live in Louisiana know and love. So, yeah.
What are they singing right now? Anyone know what they're singing right now?
Oh, who knows?
The crowd?
Man. Do not know. Let us know in the chat if you're watching the
Country
game.
Home, Country Roads Take Me Home by John Denver.
Oh, nice. Okay. They're also, you just look at the crowd and they're all swaying. Even the announcers are swaying. Like they're having a great time.
Yeah, they are, man. They were doing the wave earlier in the game. So, I'm going with Cincinnati. Look, Buffalo is Josh Allen and how he plays. And now they did pick up, I don't know if it's going to help because he's an old man, but they did pick up Leonard Fournette.
Yeah.
So
did you see that picture with his calf? Dude. No. Oh my God. That dude is ripped. That guy.
He's a big fella.
Maybe older, but they were looking at his leg. It's bigger than my head. Like it's twice as big.
Well, he's a tank, man. That's Yeah, I was glad to see him get a ring with Brady. So that was cool.
Plus, it's not like he's coming in a full season. Like he's fresh.
Yeah, he is fresh.
Kind of deal. So I think he can make a pretty good impact for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well,
so you willing to go with Buffalo in this one?
No, I'm going Cincy. I think they got momentum. They want to ride it. I'm going to ride it.
Yep. What do you think, John?
I'm going Cincinnati.
Yep. I know you're pulling for Buffalo, but
but Buffalo hasn't been playing to what they've been in the last.
It's all Josh Allen and Diggs.
Yeah,
that's all it is. I mean, until they add something to that, I can't pick them.
Oh, look at these jokers in the chat.
I'm looking. Let's see. If Germany gets a football team, they need to be called the Panzers. I'm sure that won't bother anyone.
Oh my God! Look at the screw.
And Jim says, "I thought it was what is that? Pronounce that."
Oh, they got it.
Who did? What happened there?
They're running the ball and they fumbled it, and I think Dolphins got it back though.
Yeah, Miami got it back.
Okay. Let's take a look.
Oh,
Take a look.
that's super lucky.
Ooh,
They did.
He punched right at
They got
that
it back.
fucker, man. Wow.
Super lucky, right? That would have been right in their own 30.
I mean, did
25.
Peanut Tillman create something when he played for the Bears or what? Everybody does that shit now, man.
Oh, that was fun to watch. That Bears defense was so fun to watch.
Yeah, Peanut Tillman was something else. I thought it was Hitlerite. Since it's Germany, no.
Hitlerite.
No.
Hitlerite.
No. Okay, so we're done with that one, and then we've got what, a Monday night game? Let's see, what do we got Monday night? Oh dear Jesus, I hate.
What's wrong? This is actually a decent game, but you hate the head coach. That's right. So yeah, you should be all Jets on this one, right?
Or
do you hate
YJ? The fuck. What sucks about it is, guys, they've got, once again, San Diego is wasting a great quarterback. They really are. It's so fucking frustrating to see. This is the fourth time I've seen them get a great quarterback, and they're flushing it down the toilet because they refuse to get someone that knows how to win fucking football games. It's fucking... Dude, I think it was John. Was it you I was talking to earlier this week about this?
Yeah.
Drew Brees used to go out there and stomp the fuck out of Peyton Manning's football team in the playoffs. They were the fucking Colts kryptonite. I mean, a lot of people think it was Brady and them. That was only half the story. The other half of the story was the fucking San Diego Chargers beating the shit out of them every time they played them in the playoffs. And just never could go anywhere. Drew Brees was good back then. I mean, who knew that surgery on his shoulder was going to make his arm twice as strong, you know? But, I mean, even before that, Dan Fouts and Eric Coryell, they couldn't get it done. And then to see what happened with Phillip Rivers that whole time, you guys know I love that guy. And then now I'm watching the same thing happen to fucking Herbert. And Herbert may have a better team around him than Phillip Rivers ever had. You know? I mean, Phil had, at least he had Gates, which him and Breeze both shared. But my gosh, man, they have got a great team out there. And they've got that fucktard Brandon Stokely making stupid-ass decisions for that football team, fucking them over every time they turn around. And, you know, the trend is analytics. Well, I call it situational football. And I think situational football always wins out over. The only time you should be going for it on fourth down is when you have to, first of all, when it's late in the game. I understand that. And when you're in that no man's land between the 50 and the 40, where you may not trust your field goal kicker to make a field goal, and you don't want, it's a 50-50 thing, whether you punt or not. You know, if you trust your defense enough, I can see going for it there. This fucker will go for it on fourth down and is on his own fucking two. He's fucking stupid, and I can't stand it. And I'm going to stop ranting about it. Jesus Christ. Go ahead, guys. Tell me what you think of this game.
But Joe likes to get on John about, the Joe Burrow thing. I like to get on Joe about the fourth down thing. And I point out every single time a successful fourth down, even against the Dolphins. You telling me the Dolphins aren't going to go for fourth down in this game? You're nuts. Yeah. So, it's going to happen. I don't care where they are on the field because they know. What did Dan Campbell? Now he didn't go straight up for a fourth down. He did a fake punt. But Dan Campbell, in the first game of this season, went for it in his own red zone.
He did against the Chiefs. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Mm-hmm. Yes, he did.
So now
it's a gamble.
Now here's what I will say. Here's what I will say for Joe is that San Diego does it too much.
They do it too much. Yes.
I don't think it's more analytic because I was listening to radio the other day, and they were talking about analytics itself. Analytics is not a do this on this play necessarily. It's a how often things get done in this situation. So it should be used as a tool for the coach to decide what to do. It is not the actual telling what to do. It is the information given to the coach to decide what to do.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how I see analytics. Now,
Yeah.
Staley just, I guess, follows the analytics, which is the problem. Like, that's it. That is the end all be all. And then, or he just doesn't care and just wants to go for it on fourth down.
Yeah, it's
like some college teams do.
When you have a decent defense, which he does have, he's not putting his team in a good position. I hey, look, like I said, I can see you doing it occasionally. And yeah, when you're successful with it, the way Dan Campbell was in that opening game against the Chiefs, you're showing trust in your team. I understand that. And here's another thing. When Dan Campbell did it, he did it with a fake punt. He disguised what he was doing. So that's going to up your chances of getting it done. Brandon Stokely puts his offense out there in stupid fucking positions, man. He just does. I'm sorry. He just does. I'm going with the Jets because their defense, if Wilson continues to play good football and manage games, which is what he's doing, and that's all they're asking him to do, because apparently fucking Aaron Rodgers has found the fucking fountain of youth. He's out there with a bad Achilles throwing balls before games now. Fucking around. Yeah. So apparently this guy's figured out how to fucking recover really quickly, and it looks like he may be back for the playoffs. So, and who knows, just being around
Dolphins
somebody like that, maybe it's taught Zach to not be such of a fucking whack job with the football. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm going with the Jets just based on their defense is good. And you can say what you want about the Jets, but they've got the right head coach. Now, whether they get all the rest of the pieces together, I know my man Knock, his offensive mind. I know he loves that kid. Is his name Garrett? The wide receiver that they picked up, the Jets.
Garrett Wilson.
There it is, Garrett Wilson. Garrett's his first name. Okay, yeah, that guy. I know you're digging that dude when he does get balls thrown his way, right? But their defense can win games, man. They've got one of those defenses that can win games. Salah's a good. The coaching tree that Shanahan produces. These guys. Well, we're watching one of them right now. McDaniels, the guy that's head coach for the Miami Dolphins. He's producing some good stuff there. And Salah is a really great defensive mind. So, I dig it.
Yeah, I'm going Jets.
Okay. What you got, Knock?
Oh, man. Just, ugh.
Yeah, it's a hard one to pick, man.
Oh, no, I'm going Chargers. I'm talking about the game.
That's a sack.
Bad sequence of events there. Yeah.
Ooh.
They ran the ball on first down and lost 6 yards. And then
God.
just gave up a sack. So they just,
and they were rolling too, man. Wow.
They were.
Ugh.
I'm going to go with the Chargers. I can't trust the Jets offense. I just can't do it. Especially, what did they do last week? They won by a field goal against the Giants? No.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
But they won. They've been winning the last few weeks, dude. And it's because
that's cool.
Wilson had cut down on the turnovers. So we'll see what happens.
Doesn't mean it's not going to come back.
No, not at all. Let's go ahead and take a look at next week's game too. Hang on, I'm gonna have to scroll back up. Sorry, guys. So I can switch to week 10. Oh, that's right. I'm gonna have to. I gotta get where I can control it real quick. There we go. Week 10.
Oh, give me a break.
Uh-oh. Was there a penalty? Don't tell me they're gonna get a first down after all that.
No, it was a holding on the offensive line, I think.
Oh, okay.
No, they picked it up.
They tackled. No there was no penalty? Oh, okay.
Okay. Our Thursday night game this week is going to be.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Really?
What's on college? Hold on, let me.
I was fixing to say, what college games are on Thursday, dude? It's got to be better
We're
than
getting
this.
down to the conference
3
games,
wins
so this
between these two
might be an
teams
okay one.
at the halfway point of the season. Are you serious? Wow.
I don't know who
Bryce
thought this
Young
would be.
against
I
a
guess.
backup quarterback. Oh,
Yeah, I
man.
think that was the thought. Was probably like Bryce Young versus Fields,
Right.
kind of deal, and it just didn't work out that
The
way.
Dolphins have to punt it away with 4 and change.
What are you doing, Hardman?
What are you doing?
Mm.
Wow, man. Wow.
Oh, what'd he do? I missed what he did.
He just cost him 10 yards. All he had to do was act like he was going to catch
15.
it and let it go over his head.
He cost us 15.
No.
Wow.
10. On a punt, you get it at the 20, not the 25.
That's right.
No, there you go,
he
Joe.
only made it to the 5.
No, he made it to the 10.
Did he?
Yeah.
It looked like the 5 to me, but okay.
No, 10.
There you go, Joe. You got the Raging Cajun playing on Thursday night.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go.
Watch some Raging Cajuns, baby. The University of Louisiana at Lafayette. Watch them. I guarantee you'd be better than this shit. Unbelievable.
Number 13 Louisville's playing, against Virginia, but the high tickets as low as $5 in Kentucky.
God. Let me get that off the screen. It's about to make me throw up. Lord. Oh. 3 wins between the two teams. All right.
You know what's funny is that Bears and Panthers game, right? It actually might be good because of how bad the teams are. That's usually what happens when really bad teams.
They usually end up being good games.
Sometimes
a lot of turnovers, a lot of excitement.
Yeah, a lot of excitement. That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of activity, or it'll just be a lot of punts. But I think more activity in this one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Never know.
Who the hell knows?
Yeah.
Who the hell knows? The only thing that could positive coming out of that game right there is Bryce Young improving. That's about it.
Yeah.
Let's catch up with the chat real quick. Tim says it's about the guy with the Charlie Chaplin mustache. He's still stuck on the Himmler thing. Let's see. Teams should get more Aussie rules players as punters. Maybe have them go for field goals using a drop kick. That's been done before.
Can they do drop kick?
Tommy Townsend can hit a field goal. He's done it before.
Yeah. Wow. Very cool. I think the last person I saw do it in an NFL game, though, was Doug Flutie.
Yeah.
Bill Belichick put him in just so he could, have it on his resume during a Patriots game years ago. He had him as a backup near the end of his career, and he had Doug Flutie do a drop kick.
Miami's lost an offensive lineman. That's not going to help.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah, Jones went out.
Let's see. If numbers could take into account thousands of variables in a game like weather, morale, opponents, etc., they would be more reliable. Yeah, I'm all about situational football. Let's see. Annie Lennox.
Annie Lennox.
Rodgers went ahead and replaced his leg with a mechanical one to become the first cyborg in the league. Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what fountain of youth he's found.
Peyton Manning did that with his neck. Sorry, it's been down.
Right. Yeah, he did that with his neck. How many plates did he get put in that son of a bitch?
No.
He's like Frankenstein now. Let's see. Bears versus Panthers. That's going to be a shit show of a game. Yes, it is. And watching paint dry might be better to watch than the Bears versus the Panthers game, no doubt. Any thoughts before we get out of here? I know we want to see the end of this game, so we'll wrap it up pretty quick. But
I'm picking Panthers. I don't think you heard me.
I'm not even worried about the picks on that game right now. But if you want me to record it before we even get results of today's game, I could do it for you. I'm gonna wait until later, though. Later.
But
first glance, I'd say the Panthers, just because they have their starter starting the game.
Yeah,
So, but anyway, okay. Boys and girls, I'm just going to run down things really quick because, trust me, we want to watch the end of this game. It's coming down to it, man. Of course, you're watching NFL Pregame Party. We do this at 10 a.m. Central Time every Sunday. Wait a minute. Andy Reid, is he going to get the yard? No. What is with your coach? He can't get a yard when he needs it, man. What is the deal? Oh, my God. Okay.
Oh, they bracketed Kelsey. They need to
Man,
let him get off
freaking
the.
NFL Plus is like behind. It
Yeah.
keeps getting behind.
I'm sorry, brother. Anyway, let's run this down real quick before
Sorry,
we see the
Dennis.
end of this game. Of course, Military Mondays is at 10 a.m. Central Time. We're going to have an interview with Dale Dye there. Morning Coffee with Gary on Pop Culture Minefields channel. It's Only Talk and Roll on that 70s Rock Fans channel is off this week, but it's usually on at 4 p.m. Central Time. And then, of course, part 20 of my playthrough of Knights of the Old Republic will be on at 6:30 p.m. Central Time on Monday. And then Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Central Time, I'm going to be playing some DCUO on Papa Joe Gamer After Dark. Video games, cocktails, and fails. 10 p.m. Central Time. And then, of course, we're going to introduce Knock to our favorite comedies for his Knock list on Wednesday. It's State of the Atmosphere. Also, we'll have pop culture update, including the SAG strike, and we'll have a Loki review. And that's all coming your way Wednesday at 5:30 p.m. Central Time. And, of course, The Brothers Hack the Matrix will be back at its regular time on Thursday at 6 p.m. Central Time. The week that is the Clown Show in 2023 in last week's headlines. And we'll bring it all to you at 6 p.m. Central Time on Thursday. So I forgot a couple of things. You can tune in to Pop Culture Minefield for Morning Coffee with John Gaming. He does Cyberpunk on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. Central Time. And he does Dungeons and Dragons Baldur's Gate 3 at 10 a.m. Central Time on Fridays. And Sketching the Privateer comes your way on Saturdays. So, for myself, John, Das Wolfen, and Knock, we're going to run the hell out of here because we want to see. We're at the 2-minute warning, and the Dolphins have the ball, and they're trying to tie the game. And I hope if they do score, they tie the game. They don't go for two. I'd hate to see him fail. Really. I'd hate to see him fail. Don't break my wife's heart. Don't go analytical on me, guys. Let's get it done. All right. Look, enjoy the rest of the game, guys. Enjoy your afternoon of football. And until we see you again, I want you to keep on keeping on. God bless.